I was muted. Hello everybody. I have Chanchita the piggy today. It's actually my wife's slash evil, but I wanted to join. But the problem is I couldn't find a way to put it like in the frame of the camera, so I think I will have to figure it out for the next one. So what will we do today? So the idea is to continue with the PureScript app. So yarn serve. Maybe I can do a bit of a recap of what I was doing. This one and go here. So we have this form. It's basically just a login form, and I think it's doing the actual request now. So we run the compiler. Let's check. There. And here, so I do bar.com login. Hello Moving Cap, Mati. I'm continuing with the PureScript. Is it the music fine? Is the music sound fine? So what I'm doing, I'm working with PureScript, and which is kind of like a Haskell that compiles to JavaScript with a very simplified way. And the idea is to build for now a login, because I'm trying to figure out, and I'm using this framework Halogen, which is mix of ideas from React and Elm. You have components, but they have a very specific like API, the component API, and you could have like only one component, and then which has like a reducer on it for the state, or you could have like a lot of components, smaller one like in any other React application. And so far what I did was build this form with this counter, just like render two of them. I was just like looking into how to render several ones, and then the form is another component, and it has to do the request. So now the last thing I was doing was basically adding the request, and let's check src. So the API does the request here. I think that should be better. What do we do? So we make the request with the credentials, regress in. Yeah, that's a mock API. Where is it? It should be here. It gives you basically login and logout. More things like REST, but I wanted a login and logout to test without implementing my own server. Although like login logout would be very easy to fake, but yeah. user not found. So what did I send here? I sent foo. Okay, I sent whatever was there, and I think what I need to send is list users. I think I should be able to use one of these, and login should succeed with any password. Yes, so it succeeds. And so I was in the middle of implementing the API request, and I did that on the meantime, like because I couldn't wait for them from last week. So login form. So this is basically the login. I get some credentials, which is the user, and you make the request, and in the result, if it's a left, which basically means the request failed with a timeout or with timeout or some error like that, or with encoding of something or parsing the response, then you get an error. For now I'm just showing a random error, and then the response can either have status code 300, less than 300, sorry, then that means success, otherwise is another type of error. And in here, what do we do? So this is the read user, this is the mail change, password change, and on login. On login we start loading, we get the state, and we make the request, and if it was an error, so left with error, then we set as the failure. That's what we saw in here. So if I use, I make the request, I will have to make it again. So to a user that doesn't exist, then we should get then the error, and this we should get success. Okay, so we get the token here, so we should store that in memory, and I think that's what I want to do next. So today maybe we can do what will we do today? Outing. So we will have slash for the home and slash login and slash dashboard, let's say. So this will be public, this will be also public, and this will be private. I was looking into the implementation. Second. Cool. Sorry. Matthew was telling me that the connection wasn't good, so I want to check if it's my internet or if it's his. So if anybody is having trouble with the loading, let me know. Because I upgraded. Okay, you done. Perfect. Thank you. It's in 1080p, right? 1080p. Yeah, I upgraded because I had like 40 and 4, and I upgraded to I think 250 and 25. So it should be better than the last time. Very bad. Yes. The chanchita doesn't agree. I don't know how to. Anyway. So doesn't approve. No, it doesn't really. What else? So I was looking into this one. No. Yeah, the real world hallucination real world example, and it's really well explained. So in the main, they set up the routing, and I want to figure out how to do that. So let's make this bigger. Let's see, what do we have in mind? I think for now routing should be fine. I'll see if I discover something else. Yeah, because the request, I was left at the part of making the login, and now I'm done with that. So why? I think this is I saw this in the Slack the other day. The formatter Purity is doing something funny with this. This should be the same. So let's make it case e of left failure. I think I should be able to write it like this. Yes, that's cool. There are some like shorthand versions for pattern matching and for records that are quite cool in PureScript that Haskell doesn't have them. Just syntax sugar, but cool. Okay. So sorry about that. So next, okay, this is the component. I'm not gonna change it for now. I need to figure out Unison. I have yet to look into Unison, by the way. Hey, Kid Optical, thanks for joining. Case of I have to yet look into it. Docs. Tour, maybe. Language reference, most probably. And let's take a look at what it is. A friendly programming language from the future. This is an open source functional programming language based on a simple idea. Code is content addressed and immutable. Content addressed and immutable. Simplified code-based management. Unison has no build, no dependency complex, and renaming things is trivial. The same core idea from the basic of runtime that robust support dynamic code deployment. Allow the single Unison program to describe entirely elastic distributed system. Okay, so they kind of provide also like a runtime. So I think it's new. It's like on the development yet. So case. Where are the case? Pattern matching. Match E with pattern 1. Okay. Cases. Okay. Is this what you meant, Kid Optical? Yeah, so this is basically like a function that takes some argument and pattern match on it. Nice. Looks good. Yeah, I guess it's a bit better than this, right? Because you're here, you still write, so it will be like that. Maybe we can make a proposal to PureScript to change. I have no idea what's the process of adding syntax changes to PureScript. Blank patterns. As pattern has a form of p at p, where b is a regular and defined, p is a pattern. PSP. Okay, yeah, you give it a name. Oh, yeah, I need to maybe read a bit about it. I think the author talking about, or read something about the compiler that, yeah, he's working on. And unless I'm confused, he was using Rust or moving to Rust or something like that, but it says it was open source, so it's only Haskell. It's building Haskell. Maybe something else from it. No, then I'm confusing maybe with what other language. A Rust backend. Okay. That could be, yes. Don't worry. I just read an article the other day about someone using Rust coming from Haskell, and they were saying it was about Unison, or I think Unison, maybe it's other language. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to change anything here. Maybe I should change with the styles. This is weird. And the other thing actually I want to check is, I saw it in this course. What's the name? This course. Tailwind. Type Tailwind CSS, yes. So Miles Frame, I don't know name, but he suggested, like, he's did some cool stuff on generating the types for all the classes. So I want to see if I can give it a shot to these. Type but that will be later. So back to Calibration real work. So what do we do in main? Well, we get an element and then we run the UI. There with the login component. Similar to this, but here you always get it because there will always be a body, but I don't want to render in the body. Base URL, okay. Maintain a global mutable reference which contains the profile of the currently authenticated user, if there is one. To start, we'll find a mutable reference with nothing since we don't have, yes. Okay, so we create a bus. Where does bus come from? First, bus. Okay, so you can read, write, kill, skill. Blocks. So probably you need to run it in a Fiverr or something, I guess. Okay. So create a bus. Attempt to kill the reference with the user profile set with token local storage. Attempt to fill, sorry. Okay. So we read here the existing user from local storage. What's hash? I saw it a few times. By the way, for those that do Haskeller or PureScript, am I the only one that ends up with like 20 tabs open with results of searching in Google or PureScript? Hash. Where is hash? Only 20. Yeah. You see, now I already have 2, and it's from the first 2 things that I search from, right? So. Okay. Why is it called hash? Yeah, I need to install Google locally. I never use Google locally. Thanks for joining Agent Ultra. I never catch your stream because it's like in the morning. That's not what I meant. I mean in the morning, during the night, like 2 AM. So, and also, but I know you're doing some cool stuff. I checked, like I skimmed through some of the field docs. I skimmed through some of the topics, and that was super cool. The value database, and the other one is who I should have shouted already. It's optical. I did manage to watch some of yours because no, it was, I think I also watched the bots, the recorded. Oh, I think why? Why did you? What happened? Serious offline documentation. I think I've seen this one or something similar. I remember, but like a long while ago. Oh, I see. Yeah, that happens. But I guess you learned something, right? So, what was the Einstein? No, it's not this one. Or Edison. Yeah, I know. Have not failed, but I just found 10,000 ways that that won't work. Well, I guess it's good that you watch the VOD and you next time you should not make the same mistake, I guess. Well, it's easy to get lost. I think I've tried Asian Ultra, this one, like a long time ago. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you can also say it's coding, so there are no rules, at least when it's not for work. I don't have a problem with opening tabs though. Going back to the question I made about how many tabs you end up opening with Google or PureScript. It's just that I keep opening them and I don't want to close them because I found something that I will use in the coding session, and then I have to close them. But it's very pleasant experience to work like that. At work I use TypeScript and there is no such thing. Although I started the proof of concept and I need to pick it up, and the reason why I started to stream was to pick this up. So now it doesn't show meaningful results, but this should do the same thing as Google or PureScript. But I don't want to show work that actually I'm not doing because I stopped for a while. Anyway, so back to the real world process. So then we find the user into local storage and define the environment. That's probably going to go to the reader. Monad. Yes, user bus is also there. Then we have the root component. Okay. Okay. And what is this? Now we have the two things we need to run a Hallucin application. First, an HTML element and the component to run there. Okay. To run Hallucin application, use a run UI. Yes. It accepts the component to run. And return a record with two fields. Query, which lets us send queries down to the root component, and subscribe, which lets us subscribe. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm ignoring. Yes, I'm ignoring that here. Okay. But that's what I get. We are using hash-based routing. Okay, and then this is used for the routing. Let's call it all new routing. When all is different from new, tell the user to navigate, the router to navigate. Okay. And this is run up monad. Comes from here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think I remember seeing this. I went through this already. I was reading that also a lot of capabilities to do the requests, I think, but I'm not going to add that. But I do want to add the reader part, I think. Yes, so it's reader with effect. Okay, and environment comes from. Okay, So let's define the app money. Copy this. That's where it come from. And environment. Base URL, log level. We don't have log level. And user session. Like more the session name. Kiroptic, I remember you asked him about the music last time, and so I was using, what was it? I just remember that Recode Camp radio, and turns out that some of the songs had copyright claims when I uploaded to YouTube, so I think it still let me upload, but it was not available in some countries. So okay, and then this one has based on your average viewership. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think pretzel is a bit expensive. I don't like this spam here, but it's fine. But yeah, that will be a good idea. Maybe it's worth tweeting at them and suggesting that. Because yeah, if you have 1,000, I don't know, viewers like one of those famous gaming channels, you might. The cool thing from Pretzel is that you don't need to worry about it. Because I tried to look for music, download something, and it was too much. So ref plus maybe. So what was the type? Yeah, of course. No, no, I was looking to download music that was either free to download or I could like pay once instead of a subscription. I'm not against benefiting the artist. The only thing with that's the price of it. So. It's 15 a month, but maybe if I would listen music from it, then I will pay it, because that's basically what I pay for Spotify to listen all the time. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So, and where's profile? Yeah, unknown type profile, okay. And AF, where does AF come from? Okay, so this is okay. Now we have the API, in the API the definition of user. Yes, these are not used. What are they used for here in the example? No. Functor, apply applicative, bind monad effect, yes. But then I need to import all of them. No. Was already imported, what's wrong with it? Okay. Okay, so we derive all of that, and then yeah, lift is not used, lift effect either. I don't think I'm gonna use all of these. That's funny, because it's now it's going to be only reader for now if I put the so what else do they do here? Una gas cap m. Since I will implement this a little funky, we can write instances for type synonyms and we and our environment as a type synonym for convenience. Get around this, we use type equals to assert that type A and B are in fact the same. Okay. So an alternative to either. Basically, we write an instance for type synonym, but